Good morning, beautiful. I hope that you are well rested and ready to begin your day. It's your daily insight on life and love, and it's timeless. So, at any point you're catching this in time, there's a reason why. There might be some sort of a message in here for you. But as always, this is a general collective reading. Don't force this to fit if it doesn't fit. You can always let it fall away. You can stay and enjoy the show, laugh at the shenanigans, laugh at the absurdities of life. Do what you will, but if it does resonate, awesome. That is something that I really look forward to. And if you have questions about booking a session, because your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense, reach out in the email address or in the DM. That being said, sunshine, go ahead and hit the bell for notifications, because sometimes it's entertaining here. Sometimes it's dramatic AF. Not always. All right, no, not half the deck. No. Okay, the Ten of Wands made an appearance, and I put it back because thug life. And we have the Star card that's in reverse. Wow. Okay. All right. General collective energy. What the hecking heck is going on? Alrighty. This is what we're kicking this reading off with. Regular, rider, weight. So, looking at this, you're not out of the woods yet. And I know that this is a really emotional and struggling time for you. And I know that you are looking towards massive changes in your life, but it seems to be some sort of a manipulative, tyrant type emotional, mental mind F that's around you. And I know that you're working on trying to move on from this, trying to detach from this or these particular people in your life. However, you can't be in that mindset or the environment and still expect a grand change. It can't be two worlds divided by a thin line on this. I do see that you are moving on. You are creating a much more lush and abundant and high energy kind of life. I am seeing that, but it seems like you're not completely letting go of something right now. And I think that this is about, it's about a few things. This could be about waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for everything to be free and clear. It could be about fear and just waiting for your chance to up and run from the situation. That's never going to work out in your favor. It's never going to be perfect. It's time to face the music on this particular situation in your life, see it for what it is, and then do the correct steps to detach from it or these people. This also is talking about what I'm seeing here is an illusion of being in a prison with this, the connection to whoever these manipulative energies are in your life. There's very much a separation of vibrations. Now, when I used to think about that, it was just the particular energy that a person was giving off, as if it was these little isolated blips of energy walking around as us, connected to us. But it seems to be, and this is what I have mentally adjusted to on this one over the years, is it's not about you walking around and being this isolated energy separate from everything else. It's these layers of energy, low energy, going up through ascension, through experience, to a higher energy. And all those higher energies are all connected, like, almost like a blanket. So it's like layers and layers and layers of blankets. And whenever you are connected to something that is of like energy, that seems to be the only thing that you are drawing in. And then there's the weighted low energies that are underneath that still feel this attachment to you. And right now it seems to be like those blankets and the threads are entangled. There we go. I'm good with my words right now. Maybe not so much. That's a thing also. If you are new to the channel, there's some things that you need to know about me. I will trip and fall over my words. I will forget words, and I'm a total sap. So if I can ever have a reading about love in this, I'm going to love the hell out of it. The High Priestess in reverse. You're freaking out. You feel like you don't deserve this. Okay, not so much. This is a teachable moment to stop attending a party you do not want to attend. It's not a party that you're attending in this group or in this person connection. See what I mean? This is looking more like a roast on you. And how awesome is that feeling towards you? You don't need to feel like garbage. You don't need to feel like the butt of the jokes in this one. It looks like you're starting to have that click into place, and congratulations, super proud of you. And I'm not being condescending with that one. Absolutely, I've been there myself. So this is saying these enlightenments, these downloads, you in going through ascension, you are going through this change, this rite of passage, and embarking on a new long journey. Okay, so not new. The soul is a continuation of journeys. This is just another part of the journey. You are on a new part of your already established soul's journey. This is a long-standing and winding one, and it's going to involve you getting into the depths of wherever you have been in either these repetitive connections in your life, these repetitive situations, or these repeating patterns that have been going through your soul's journey. So I think that you are seeing that this is something that is going to be very manageable, not in this particular connections or situation, but something that you will be able to manage in seeing the change that need to be made and moving on with it. Because I do see that new established loyalties are coming into play that are the same mindset, and it also looks like the same vibrational upgrade that you have experienced. So you're connecting with like minds on this, and it seems to be something that is progressive. I'm noticing a slow-moving theme throughout the readings over the last few weeks. It was breakdown, realization, thinking about what you want, now thinking about what you don't want, and the changes that need to be made in it. Okay. Don't panic. You're not feeling secure. Come on. I'm seeing the ram head on this. You don't need to butt heads. You don't have any more strength in this connection. You don't have any more energy to BS your way through this. You have no more energy to make excuses for yourself. I think that you've exhausted your heart in this entire thing, and now the mind is completely taking over, and it's being detached from the situation and learning how to talk about the work that needs to be done and the changes that need to be made in their particular life, not in like the group setting, because you do not have control over another person or persons' output. But I see that you are going to be a person of action, and every movement that you are doing moving forward is going to be emphasizing the changes that have been going on and have been solidifying in you, and it's going to be something that sets you free from all of the damage that this has done to you through God knows how long. So it's not detaching from the events that happened or the trauma that it has that has occurred on you in this, but it is detaching you from being in the same mindset and in the same situation. So I see that you are cutting a lot of cords in your life. I do feel like you will be cutting, pulling, whatever the case, a lot of energetic cords so you can be free to move up and not be so affected by these low type energies that aren't necessarily consciously malicious, but freaking out to the point that it's afraid of having a loss in their life. And I know from talking to other readers and other collective, well, not collective, now actually from the other collective ones that I've done, yeah, and also from the private readings, this is something that is happening on a grand scale. Don't be afraid of the changes that you have to make in your active life for this. I'm being pulled to the Tarot Illuminati. I'm gonna clean the deck. I love this thing. Alrighty, you. So, what is the Tarot Illuminati want to tell you about the opposing side to this? What does their person or person's higher self want you to know that they're throwing cards and go F yourself? Oh, don't freak out. If you don't make a move soon, then they're going to be the ones who pull the cord on this one, because it's something where somebody feels like they have to have the last word. And it's like both parties or all parties or group parties in this one. And it feels so much geared to, it feels personally geared in romantic partnerships. It feels geared in family dynamics, absolutely. And it also feels very closely related to long-standing friendships. So a lot of closure happening in very intimate connections. Now, there might be a few in, you know, colleagues or anything like that, but for the bulk, I'm feeling those three. So this is talking about make a choice to lovingly cut the connection or cut the contract and have a new contract written out between you guys. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to sit there and write it out unless you're doing a prenup or you're doing divorce or you're doing some sort of legal work. This could also be about sitting down and talking to whoever's involved in this situation and voicing what needs are, what hasn't been met, and what's been going on internally in this one. And also, this could also be just you telling people to go F themselves. So many ways to look at this. But a lot of people, especially in this Jupiter energy, so many people are really having this upheaval in not even just one, more than one relationship in their life. Look at the theme of connections in your life and see where this could be taking place. I can almost guarantee you it's more than one. More than one, absolutely. I have not seen just one isolated incident in sessions or in the collective. Prince of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Cups. What's this about? Can I get clarification about what this is about? This feels like it's throat chakra healing because of the blue. Then we have the Prince of Cups, Queen of Cups, Three of Swords. You can't cut water. You can't. You can't cut through it unless you freeze it. But this is talking about the recontract or the renegotiations, the attempts of reconciliation, the attempts of letting go. It seems like there is a major stress and fear that is potentially holding this at a stalemate. I think that one or both or all parties involved in this aren't ready to quite let this change. So it's making an offer that you can't necessarily refuse. It seems like it's done with a loving heart, but if anything, I see that there's stress and heaviness that is following this. Not even from just one person. It feels like it's the contracting pressure that is condensing everything down on this, on everybody in this situation. So what's the advice? Give me some advice. Okay, what's this? Six of Pentacles. All right, so dealing with balance, gifts. What is the balance and gifts? More Pentacle energy. We're in our feels and we are trying to be grounded about it. I get it. The advice is be very intentional about what you are saying, what you're planting, because this is going to take a long time to actually see the result of. You're not going to see it right away. Then we have the King of Wands with this, which is seems like doing the work and adjusting to a new situation where it seems like there is no growth. It's set in the desert with this particular card. People look at the desert and think that there's no life that can be lived there, but there's an entire ecosystem that has acclimated to its environment and that is not even surviving. It's absolutely thriving, but this takes time. So you got to look at this. The seeds that you are planting, is it worth the time? Or is this going to be something that is going to hit the resistance because of no patience or because of lack of motivation behind it or lack of integrity in the promise? And it seems like it's going to be something that has a strong potential of being a letdown. It's not going to be the party that you had hoped, and Spirit is trying to give you the 2 cups behind it. So it's saying, do you want this change now, or are you going to take this change after another set of failure in this, or letdown in this particular connection? You have the castle that you have to walk into. You have the 2 of Cups. What are you going to do with your time? What are you going to do with, I guess, the efforts of your future in this? What's coming out of the cups is a very red wine. So it's about the pleasures in life, but it's also about security. Since they're knocked over, it seems to be lost in pleasure and lost in security. But it creates a tolerance. Look at this guy. Look at this guy on here. His head is down on everything. Spirit keeps trying to give him something, and he's like, I can't. Why can't you? Why can't you do this for yourself? The advice is stop making excuses for yourself and get rid of this control in your life, this need to control. All right. So we have the 9 of Cups for the advice on what to do. All right. Be very careful about when you speak. I see that you are going to be working with a lot of defenses. However, this is all very progressive for you. Your silence, unless you're saying the things that you really need to get off your chest, please always speak your truth in this. Knowing when to speak and knowing when to fight and when not to fight is going to be your best ally in this. We have 7 of Pentacles. If you go into that mind space and really hold yourself firm and be very self-controlled in that, then you'll see a higher payoff. And this is going to lead to what seems to be major changes and actions occurring in the household. I keep wanting this, okay. So we have Libra energy with this. This might be a person. This could very well be a time frame, but it's also working with authority and again, the legal system. The legal system has been coming up so much recently. A lot of people are working on contracts. A lot of people are working on, things that are involving relationships like prenups, marriage certificates. We have even death certificates that have been coming up, and divorces, and also legal disputes that have been coming up that people have been waiting for a result of. You are in good company. I don't want you to think that that diminishes your effort in this or your experience. It's not the case. But step into new contracts whenever you can in this. You have the world in your cup. You have the world in your particular cup, and you need to sit and focus on that world that is already there in your cup, the one that you've been envisioning and dreaming about. And it's important that you make the actions towards that, not somebody else's world. You have to focus on your world that you are trying to create, that you've been trying to create for some time. And it's a different one than you have been separating from this particular situation with these people. So these massive changes, it's going to involve you not having a separation of world, but skimming both of those all together and working on this idealistic one world that you have always at your core wanted. I know that this seems super heavy. I don't know why these readings are super dramatic, but it's more than just, you know, a daily thing. It's a projection of the life that you're leading. So I guess that's why it's dramatic. Okay, if you follow this advice, the potential result in this situation is, let's see, out with it. I didn't get pulled to any oracle cards in the mini reads or here. Oh my God, that's it. Oh my God, I was sitting on the awareness shops live, because I always do. And I decided I'm going to get a wooden Ouija board. What happened to the card? Did it? Oh, one of the round ones, so I'm going to be shopping for that. All right, you have a result of the Two of Cups and the Hangman, which is in this case seeing relationships through an entirely different angle. And I see a collaboration coming in with somebody. And I see the Four of Pentacles, which is all about investments in this case. So there's a new investment that is coming in this collaboration. I want you to let this be completely different. Don't hold any standards of any old connections into this. This is going to be a very loud connection, and it also seems like it is soul healing. And we have the Six of Wands, which is all about the victory of it. So this is bringing about celebration. It brings about a new type of happiness for you and a new direction of your life. It's not even just about relationships. This is about the work that you're doing too in your own personal life. So my dearest, you know that this doesn't end at midnight, and that this is a projection of your future based off of current circumstances, and if you choose to follow the advice. So that being said, if you have any questions about booking your own private session, because your individual storyline is always more detailed, in-depth, and intense, reach out. You have every way to contact me. I will talk to you all soon, and until then, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. If you're catching this, this might be a spirit message for you. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it. You can either let it fall away, or you can stick around and enjoy this little mini show. Right now we have the Page of Swords. It's time to use the tools that you got, and let's see. It's going to take effort for you to knock down your own walls on this one. I know that it's scary to open up. I know that it's scary and it seems like there's nothing to protect you. However, the reason why this is happening is because something needs to come to an end, because it looks like it is hurting you. All right, let's see. What is this? You gotta... All right, hold on. There's another one in here too. Okay. All right. So this is involving some form of communication. Open up, show your vulnerability. This is going to help you in the long run. It's going to be uncomfortable changes, and it's going to cause some introspection. Hope that that made sense. It's not bleak. It's just, I love the notifications that come up while I'm recording. Validation, baby. All right. Well, if you're catching this, this might be a spirit message for you. This is a teachable moment in your life, and how to stop making excuses for yourself. Every excuse that you're making for yourself and why you haven't done something is all what seems to be, according to this, shallow. I'm not trying to call you out on this. I know how frustrating that can be, but let's look at the reality of why we're not doing what we know we need to do for ourselves, for our past, for our futures. This is what I'm looking at right now. The teachable moment. Okay. So it looks like you are probably about to find a mentor who's going to drag you out of your comfort zone. Give me another card, Spirit. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. God, was that so difficult? All right. It's putting you on the high pedestal. It's going to be uncomfortable for a bit. It's going to make you really question your motives behind what you do. And I want you to know your motives are in the right direction, but we got to kick the insecurity. Okie dokie. What does Spirit message have for you? Now, you're either watching this because you watched the channel or you've stumbled across this, but either way, hey, how's it going? Okay, yeah, I know you don't want to use your gifts and your talents. You're having imposter syndrome. I hate that so much, but guess what? You can only deny yourself for so long. I do see a rebirth. I do see that you have to really stop worrying about what somebody is going to say about you with this. You got to stand in your confidence in your life. You're the director. You're the protagonist. It's going to take some strength. It's going to take a lot of push and punch through on this one. But I really want you to know that Spirit has your back. They're not going to let you fail. They're not going to let you fall. Now, you might get some bumps and bruises along the way, but such is life. You are being forced into a rebirth, and it's going to put these bad boys up on their heads, and you will be forced into your greatness. You'll be forced into your power, and you are going to be the most independent and loving person that could be, I guess, on this path. Keep people at a distance who aren't on your side with this, who aren't your support. It doesn't mean you need to alienate them, but you don't need to stop your metamorphosis in this. I want one more. This is going to be a two-parter. Deal with it. What are you doing? I tried to get it into 1 minute. It wasn't happening. Sometimes it's just not going to happen. So we're doing a twofer on this one. Give me a final card, Spirit. I feel like it's this one, too. Okay. All right. This is the best thing you could do for yourself. It is a change in life path. And also, it seems to be like it's going to be drawing in the people who are going to grow with you. And then we have the, well, I guess, the window, the way you're going to be shown the way to get through on this. Your mentor is going to be dragging you through it. So hope that made sense.